Hey fam, it's your man Dante, the Dark Knight, and our Philadelphia Eagles go down. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that they went down in the manner that they did, but it has happened. Our Philadelphia Eagles dropped this game to the Atlanta Falcons 21-20. Am I correct on that?
22-21.
Oh, I'm sorry. 22-21. By 1 point, they have dropped the game to the Atlanta Falcons. I can't help but I'm hearing a lot of the background there, Patrick. I'm hearing
You,
a lot
you,
of people
you,
in the
you,
back.
you're going to hear the background because that's what they're doing, man. You got a lot of haters
All right.
here.
All right. Well, all right. So the game is over, and it's what a finish to that game. There's only two plays that really, really, I mean, we go over the game. We can probably point out a lot of mishaps and things like that, but two major decisions that I think really contribute to this game. And had these decisions been made, this would have not been an easy game because it wasn't easy. It was tough defense being played on both sides of the ball, but it probably would have cemented this game. Number one, not going for the field goal early in the game. That right there, that is the point difference in this game right here. Had we taken that field goal and everything else remained the same, we win that game, right? All right, the second one was later, right before the game-winning touchdown drive, and that was to throw the ball on third down. Why would you throw the ball on third down? There was no, I didn't see the benefit of that. Oh, there was only one benefit, and that was picking up the first down. And granted, it was a very catchable pass by Barkley, but why risk it? Why risk it when you're trying to milk the clock anyway? Why not just run the ball? A lot of good things could have happened from that. Number one, you could pick up the first down, right? Number two, if you don't pick up the first down, the clock is still running. They don't have any timeouts. You could have milked a whole lot of time off of that clock if we don't get the first down. Before we even have to kick the field goal, they would have not gotten the ball with almost 2 minutes left had they just decided to run the ball. That was a big mishap in this game. I was so prepared to come on here and talk about what a stellar job I think the defense did. It wasn't perfect. No, it wasn't perfect. But they had done a greater job than last year's defense could have ever done in this situation by, at that time, holding them to 15 points. At that time, holding them to 15 points seemed like a big victory to me. And I'm not even really upset about the game-winning touchdown drive because I don't even think that they should have even had that time on the game-winning touchdown drive. I'm really not. I'm blaming the decision made prior to that to throw the ball on third down instead of running the ball. That was just asinine to me. Asinine to me. So because of those decisions, we have dropped the game to the Atlanta Falcons, and it's just disheartening to see it end up the way it ended up.
I'm
You
I'm not
wanted
gonna be,
to,
I'm not gonna be here too long, because this is a bunch of bullshit. Um,
all right, just don't get you in there with your brothers, right? That's your brothers, right?
yeah,
All
we
right.
good, we good, we
All right,
good, we
okay.
good, we good.
I'm
So
just making sure.
the thing about it, yes, you should have ran the ball. You should have this. You should have did that. Saquon should have caught the ball because it's wide open. Um, Later down in the season, this is a play that is caught for a first down. It doesn't matter at this point. We're up at the end of the fourth quarter. You give they score in 34 seconds.
Can we talk about
Dark
that?
Knight, Dark Knight. They score in 34 seconds. Let's talk about if we ran the ball in that situation instead of passing the ball, right? And we ran the clock down to 45 seconds. They scored in 34 seconds.
They wouldn't have scored.
Oh,
They
for
wouldn't even got
34
the third.
seconds?
They wouldn't even had 34
Stop.
seconds left had
Stop.
they ran that ball.
Stop. It was
Had they
1
ran
minute.
that ball, they wouldn't even have 34
It
seconds.
was 1 minute 39. Let's do the count. They got a 45-second play clock. They would have
Right. So
44
they would have
seconds
had
left.
45 seconds on the
They
run it
scored
down.
in 34 seconds.
They wouldn't have scored. I'm telling you. Had they ran that ball, that would have been it.
Again, this defense, and I said it before the game, we need you to step up.
They got
Bryce Huff,
gashed.
Nolan Smith, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, Jordan Davis. Where the hell were you?
Slay got burnt
Even with Slay
like
getting burned,
toast.
you had a running back. You had a running game over 200. Let me see.
I'm looking it
150
up
yards
now.
rushing.
What I say?
152 yards rushing. That was easy work. It was no that one big play that CJ Gardner Johnson made. Yeah, that was great. And we appreciate that. But they were gashing us the whole damn game. Again, it goes back to that final drive. You're playing the zone. Well, all they're doing is playing zone beaters. You got people there
That's
that's
why I
not
don't really
no.
blame.
You got people who's in it. Don't blame them. They're players. They're on the field. You got to play the damn game. We say this year in and year out. Then this game happened against when we played Tennessee and Corey Nelson missed. He's playing the sticks and missed the freaking guy on 4th and 20, whatever. It's the same damn thing every year in, year out. These players got to take pride in their damn self and say, you know what? This is not happening on my watch. You got to take pride in what you do. Jordan Davis, you're gassed. The hell you doing?
I get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm upset too. I just think that.
It's just. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying it's not sustainable to let them gas you and you only tighten up in the red zone. The last play they didn't tighten up in the red zone at all. But you can't run your defense that way. That's not sustainable when they're getting gassed out because they're letting the other team march down the field and then they think they're always going to here that's hero ball on the defense side of the ball. We'll tighten up in the red zone. No, don't let them get to the red zone.
If you don't
Yeah.
learn from this game, and if you don't understand that certain players can't play in this game, Avante Maddox, Nolan Smith, Bryce Huff. If you don't understand these players can't play this game of football, this brand of football, they shouldn't be out there. Even Darius Slade look ass. All right, you got these corners that could play legit 1-on-1, and you got them playing a zone, and they don't know how to fit in a zone. There's
I
certain
agree with
things you
that.
do in a zone when it's called fitting in the zone. You don't just play an area. You fit into the zone. You read the quarterback. Kirk Cousins could not move. He could not move outside that pocket. After the court, the farthest he could move is 5 steps to the left. Where the hell is the extra rush at? Vic Fangio, you got to understand something. Play man and sit in the house. Make him make decisions quicker than what he was doing. You let him sit back there and pick us apart for 34 seconds. It took him
I agree.
34 seconds to say, you know what, game over. It's not
I agree.
sustainable.
That was very, very discouraging, man, to watch them. And I called that in the game, the zone. I was like, I'd much rather see a man to man and send some pressure than to see the zone because that was killing us, man. That zone, and they always find that big pocket over the middle. That zone never
It wasn't even on the
compensates
middle, it
for
was
the middle of the
outside.
field.
It was the corner routes.
No, I'm
That's
talking
easy.
earlier, not the
Yeah,
first,
Yeah.
no, the
not the
first half of the game, they
yeah,
would
the first
like
half.
every ball that went across the middle of the field, there'd be 5 defenders nowhere near them.
Right, nowhere near them.
Like,
And I,
how do you always leave that same pocket of zone? They did it in 2 plays back to back. Like they just ran it on y'all. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to pay attention to the middle of the field. And they're
I,
sitting there just waiting. Oh,
and
go ahead, put the ball.
these wide receivers not even getting open. I'm thing gonna say about this, and I'm gonna be done with this. I'm gonna be really done with this because I did have us lose a game early in the season. It wasn't this game, but I did have us lose one. And the thing about it is that these guys do have a job. You don't tackle, and you constantly throw the ball to McCovey. What's his name? Covey, Britton Covey.
Yeah, Kobe.
And I constantly see people asking about getting Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick doesn't play the run. He's a great pass rusher, but he doesn't play the run. We got gas for almost 152 yards rushing.
Yeah, it was disappointing,
We
man. I
need
mean,
some defensive tackles. We need defensive tackles that gets after the ball. We don't just need pass rush. Yes, I understand we definitely need those guys. We need those guys to get after the quarterback on the outside. But if they figure out that, you know what, if you pass the ball, they're gonna get us. But if we run the ball, they can't stop us. What's gonna happen?
it's just demoralizing, man, to see this this game
Because we beat
because
Hold on.
ourselves. That's why it's
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm
it's
sorry. So
demoralizing.
I got people in his comments coming at me. Pat, make it make sense. Like, first and foremost, Hassan Reddick was great as one of the worst uh defensive ends when it came to run defense. He's a great pass rusher, so he's Mike Mamula. But when it comes to getting after the run, he's terrible. I would love to have him right now. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have him, but that doesn't stop the
yeah, he's not
situation we at
against the
right
run,
now.
against the run. No, he doesn't. He would definitely give us more pressure on the edges, which we don't have. We don't have any pass rush coming from the edges at all. It's non-existent, even on a better field. Who's the guy we just paid a lot of money to?
Bryce up.
Because we need to. Can we return that? I mean, if
No,
there's no return, can we?
We got the receipt.
Do we got the
We
receipt
got
for
the
that?
receipt
No.
for
That
that.
boy,
Just drop
we
his
need to
ass.
take him back to the damn store and say we got a defective one. We wanted the one. Can we trade that back in? We got a defective in. We want the one that works
And
because
can we
he's
talk about
non-existent.
penalties? The O line and the penalties. Did they not get the playbook?
Uh, it was, and you know that's how quick this stuff
It's the
changes because
whole
I was
damn
prepared
thing.
It
to
is.
come in here and
Everybody could get slapped. The whole
yeah.
O line, the quarterback, the D line, the coaches. Everybody could get slapped today.
So I'm gonna tell you
Everybody.
right now, Riddick is not gonna be able to solve. It's not gonna solve all our issues. We
No,
get Riddick,
No,
it's not gonna solve all our issues.
it'll
Because
be
you
a
know what they're
band
going to
aid.
do? They're gonna realize that Riddick is our number one pass rusher. Let's chip him with a running back. Let's chip him with a tackle and then tight end. Then what we doing? We're still looking. They're sitting there with our hands up our behinds. Like, come on. We
Why didn't
need
we?
some
I
interior
told
defensive
that's what
linemen.
that was my whole thing, David. That was two plays. If I could have back, was
Mhm.
one I would have kicked the field goal in the beginning, and two what David's talking about right here. I would have just run the ball for the 3 yards, and
Period.
that's it.
I
Those
said
two
that.
plays right there, we win the game.
I
And
would have
then
ran it on 4th and 4.
yeah, oh my God, I and then so and for some reason. I think for some reason they're gonna have to prove me wrong, but I swear those two decisions were made by Nick Sirianni.
I don't think it
He
was.
who has the. I know that
Nope.
Kellen Moore has autonomy over the office to a certain extent.
Nope.
Those decisions right there, I believe, are head coaching decisions on whether we're going play
The
selection.
fourth down play,
Maybe
yes.
let me finish.
Mhm.
Play selection, I'll give it. That's Kellen Moore all day long. But a team decision, that was a team decision on whether to take the points or go for it on fourth. And I have to go to Nick Sirianni.
He had the
And on
last
that,
word in that huddle.
yes. So I can't help but to think that both of well, I can't. I have to. Maybe I'll give Kellen Moore that third down pass play. He probably did call that, and I'm not happy with that. But that fourth down, go for it. And instead of taking the 3 points, I was like, oh my God, what are they doing? It's not. It wasn't as if our offense had been showing such continuity and fluidity that you had that much confidence. They weren't. So why wouldn't you just take the points at the beginning of the game? I don't get it. I don't get it. But here
So
we
yes,
are talking about taking a terrible loss.
I agree. That fourth down was definitely on Sirianni. That's a Sirianni call. But that 3rd and 3, that was Kellen Moore all the way.
Yeah, you
That
probably
third and
right on
three
that.
was Kellen Moore all the way. But we're looking at these different things on offense. Our offense put up 21 points. We always asked our defense to minimize the damage by limiting the teams to 14, 13 points. But you don't let a team score in 34 seconds. What
Yeah,
the
that's
hell
hard.
are you doing? Like this is like as much as blame we want to put on Hurts and the offense and everything like that. They scored 21 points without their number one target. This defense didn't do
Oh, our defense held them to 22 points.
our defense
Before
didn't do
that,
stop it,
before
Dark Knight.
that
Stop it,
last
Dark Knight.
no,
Stop it,
before the
Dark Knight.
last
34
touchdown,
seconds.
how many? I
34
mean,
seconds.
before the last touchdown, how many points we were about to walk away with that game with our defense giving up 15 points.
It don't matter. If it was fists, we all be drunk.
Yeah, I
It
understand
don't
that, but
matter.
I'm telling you this only because I was prepared to come on this show
Me
and
too.
give the defense some credit for only allowing 15
Oh,
points.
I was ready with you. I was listening to the show.
And
I
then
I
was,
was
that
telling
and
happened.
I was,
everything.
I was going to agree, and then I mean, I
And
couldn't
then
watch
that happened.
another. First of all, before even that happened, I sent y'all the screen grabs from the ladies group chat. They wasn't
Yeah.
having it. So it's not just me that's coming up here. They had more heat for the defense than they had for the O line. They had a lot of heat for the O line and the defense more than they did Hurts.
Yeah, I understand the shell and Dark Knight. I understand how much praise you
I
want to give.
now have
You
to
want to get that to.
face I'm
I get.
sorry. I now
I
have to face the scrutiny of my friends. And this is not a good feeling that I have to get up. They're going to be calling me starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. We've already talked about it. I've got to maybe even 5. I gotta take this at 5, starting at 5 in the morning. And I told them that I would be facing the music. I didn't expect to have to face the music. So I talked a lot. I talked a lot.
yeah, I'm definitely ain't going to work tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah. Now y'all being emotional.
No, I'm just going. I'm just going to telework. I ain't going to work. I ain't going to deal with that crap.
This is crazy, man.
No,
I'm
it
just
Because
was
so
when the
happy.
Eagles
it
lose,
was
it mess up your week. It
it
messes up
does.
your week.
It's tough. And the Phillies lost, but we won't go there. It was tough. It was just tough. It was just tough to watch all those missed tackles. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like we got gashed the whole game. It's
yeah.
great, and that's what I talked about. That's not sustainable. It's great they tightened up in the red zone those 2 times, but what good is that if you letting them get 150 points on the ground to the one running back? And then what the other running back have like 30,
I
40
know. Yeah.
yards?
Hmm.
So I'm sure they're pretty close to 200 yards rushing plus. What was that? All the missed tackles, the letting just them sit in your zone coverage and catch whatever they felt like it. Come on, y'all. Come on. It's like we
So
couldn't even find some good man-to-man defense after they ran that play. How many times?
I
so
know.
we sit here and we project what this team could be. And at the end of the day, this team can't go nowhere farther than what this defense is doing. All right. Big
Yeah,
play
they're already
Slay.
giving it to me. They're
No,
giving it
no.
to me already.
His name's not Big Play Slay. His name is Darius Slay. Darius. All right. Darius is ass. All right. Darius
Oh,
is ass.
I mean that turned so quickly, man. I was on here. I was praising praising CJ DJ for that redemptive action that he took after blowing making such a horrible missed tackle and giving up that touchdown to
Mhm.
come back and meet Bijan in the hole on 4th and 1. That was exciting. That this is how I picture post game going. Like we were going to be talking about that, and here we are talking about a blown opportunity, man. And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna cry. I am upset.
I'm gonna leave on that note,
I
man.
am,
They about to
I am,
close,
I'm
so
gonna.
I gotta roll.
All right, go ahead, Pat. We're going to jump off here shortly afterwards. But I'm not gonna. I'm upset. Don't get me wrong. I'm upset,
I'm
and
pissed.
we do have some serious concerns coming up because we're not facing any pushovers next week in the New Orleans Saints, and
Dude.
this is not the type of football you want to be playing when you come up against, and especially this is not the type of defense you want your defense to be
Mm-mm.
playing when you're getting ready to come up against a team who scored the fourth highest points in the first two games of any season.
They scored every
Uh,
drive. Every
they
drive
scored
last week.
damn near every drive last week, and our defense is leaking oil like an oil tanker, man. I mean, this is not what you want to face. So we have serious concerns coming up. I'm not going to. I'm hurt, but look, I just think that
We need this. We need
yeah,
this. We need this to say, you know what? Wake up, because right now the game that you playing, it's not going to work this year. It's not going to work this year. This
no,
defense you're
that's not.
playing is not going to work. This offense that you're playing, this is not going to work. We need everybody to be on their stuff. Stop committing these dumbass penalties. He's
Oh.
I'm gonna
holding
watch this again, man, because
when
I'm
you're
looking
nowhere
at Slay.
close.
Slay is. Hey, look, it's just
That
10, 15,
touchdown,
20 minutes after the game, and guess what? Slay still burnt. He's still burnt. I'm looking at it,
Slay
and
was nowhere.
he was
Slay
nowhere near
he
this
was
dude.
looking
What
at
was
the
he
guy
thinking?
running a route. He was looking at him running a route. He backpedaled. He opened towards the middle of the field instead of open towards the receiver and attacking the ball. Like that's simple. You're supposed to be a guy teaching these young guys how to play defense, but yet you're out there getting exposed.
Mhm.
This gotta
Mhm.
stop, man.
Mhm.
We gotta stop playing difference to these guys. If you can't play the game just like you did Devin White, you set Devin White there for whatever reason, but he's
Let me
yet the best blitzing linebacker we have. Every time we blitz a linebacker, he got stuffed. Every time we blitz a linebacker, he got stuffed.
Sweat trash, Carter trash. I saw one play where Carter looked like he wasn't given like any type of energy. Like I was so
He has
upset.
no energy.
Like
He has no energy.
he wasn't showing any motivation or any passion. I don't know if he was gassed or what, but I just one play I'm like, dude, he don't even look. He ain't look hungry. He ain't look angry. He ain't look passionate. He didn't even look like he was involved. And I think that's a problem when you're playing that interior part of the line, man. You got to be, vicious down there. It has to be. They don't look like they have that fight in them. They don't. I'm
And
serious. They
and
just don't.
this offensive line got to understand the difference between the RPO and the straight up run play. They got to understand that 2 yards down the field, they cannot go down. When I
Yeah.
hate to say it, when Nick Foles ran it, this offensive line knew it. I knew they didn't listen. I understand playing offensive lineman is very difficult. It's very taxing. Actually, I believe offensive lineman is the smartest people on the field, regardless of position. But you gotta understand when the play is called, 2 yards is your buffer. If you get past 2 yards, which is 1, 2 steps, you need to stop in your tracks. Let the defensive lineman throw you. Let the defensive
Yo,
lineman throw you. Don't do it on yourself.
that joint, it was crazy. Oh my goodness. I'm not even. I just that has just put me back into humility mode because I was talking so much trash this week. I'm just going to calm it down a little bit now. That just humbled me a lot,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot. So
Jordan,
I'm gonna take
freaking
my
Davis.
lickings.
Pressing.
Um, John says I'm so mad,
I love
so I'm
y'all.
not looking forward to work tomorrow. Damn it, no, nobody's looking forward to work. But don't be
I'll
discouraged.
be
I
there.
mean,
I'll be there to work. I'll be at work.
don't be
Hmm.
what we can't do is we can't turn the collective consciousness into a negative thing. I know we're going to talk about it, we're going to pout about it and all that, but this is only week 2,
Yeah, and
so
I'd
we
rather
can't
have
get down.
adversity now than do what we
Right.
did last year and be balling all season,
Yeah.
and then the last 7 weeks we're like, what happened?
Well, listen,
Right.
No, let's clean that up. Let's
I,
clean, but we
I don't
know
know why.
we know where these holes are. We know where these holes are. We know, AJ makes a big difference, but at the same time, like,
Hmm.
we got to clean up our routes. The execution on offense was just sloppy. It's
Yeah.
not just the Jalen decision making. Like, you're not making good decisions when nobody's in the right position. Like, the hell,
Yeah.
Oh damn, my
He's
cousin is even a
the
Falcons fan. I
hell.
just thought about it.
yeah,
Like,
he's
run
going to
run your routes.
WIP.
Hey,
You know
hey,
what I'm
O
talking
line,
about too.
you need to
Yeah.
block and know
Oh
where
my
you're supposed
god.
to be blocking. Like, come on.
Well,
It said, hold up. See, I said, look at Pat calling out of work on live online. Wait until later in the year when Pat came
When,
at
yeah, wait, yeah. He said save that card, that call out of work card
no,
for
no, no, no. I'm
later.
Yeah.
not. I'm not calling out work. I'm teleworking tomorrow. I'm with the
I,
work computer
what
home.
we're not going to do is be calling out of work live online either. Like that, we're not doing that. It's like, yo,
None
not,
of my
not,
coworkers or employees
not
are
with a
surprised.
broadcast that's posted on YouTube that could be visited at any time. We don't do that. All
I'm
right.
not
So,
calling out work. All right. So go back to this. This is
all
the
right.
26 minute point. I'm not calling out work.
Oh, somebody says Slay's the new Bradbury. Dad, that's low.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's
All
terrible.
right. Rachel said the same way I love the Georgia boys is the same way I
I
don't
know
love them
that's
now.
right, Rachel. I know
You know
that's
what?
right.
That's
Oh,
true.
my neighbor says, "Hey, family." Simply put, Saquon owns this one. Got to make that catch. Yes, he has to make
It
that
was
catch,
like
man.
right to
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
face,
I think he's
oh,
and
gonna.
Devontae had one that he should have had too.
Yeah,
yeah.
touchdown. Yeah, touchdown.
That
Defense
was a
really sucked
touchdown.
tonight.
That was
Eagles play
7.
touch football instead of tackling the legs. That makes you run. This is the same, and
That's
it's just
so
the start of the
true,
season,
Robert.
and they are now 1-1 with the most penalties in the
Mm,
NFL.
mm,
Yes,
mm,
very,
mm,
very true. And
At
yeah,
least
you're
we don't
right.
have to make an
He
interception.
makes that catch. We don't even call it. We're not even here. My case for running it is with the game in the position that it's in, you just don't take the chance because anything can happen on a pass,
Hmm.
right? So he just so happened that was the least of the worries, him dropping it. But you can have a pass intercepted. Anything can happen. I would have just taken the safe move of running the ball, keeping the clock running, and all of that. I admit it was a good call. The play design was great,
Hmm.
and all he had to do was corral the ball. But I wouldn't even allow that to happen. I would have
mhm.
You know
just
what?
put
You know
it
what
in
this
his
feel
gut
like?
and let him go get the 3 yards. And
You
at
know
the
what this?
very least, we would have gave them. We could. It was a very good possibility had they run the ball and not gotten the first down. We would have gave them the ball with under a minute to go, 30 seconds at the most, and it might have been a different outcome. I know
Uh,
they scored in 34 seconds, but that's not to say they would have done that with 34 seconds to go.
well, I'm gonna say this. Now I know how the Falcons felt when they lost that Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Tony Barron, our resident from down under, how does the D fix this in a week? Nola going to have a field day. Yeah, that it's going to be an uphill battle next week. You
It
better believe
is.
it.
It
It's going to be
is.
an uphill battle, and you think that, and we're going to hear it tomorrow. I'm not. I'm disappointed now, and I'm going to sleep on it, and then I'm just going to listen to the entertainment for the rest of the week because I
Yeah,
know
oh, the
they're
blame
going to be
game is
killing. Yeah,
the
they're
blame
going.
game is coming, but I better hear something about all these
Right.
penalties in this line. But we got beat off the ball on both sides.
Yeah,
The
we
O
did.
line
Yeah,
was
yeah.
getting beat off the ball. The D line was not penetrating, and they was letting their O line beat them off the ball. We got beat in the trenches.
And I
Right,
talk
we
about it
did.
every
Period.
week. Michelle don't I talk about it every week? Every week, when in the trenches, you win the game. But I do gotta address one comment from our Christopher Burton. No, we don't lead the NFL in interceptions or
No,
turnovers.
no, he
That's
didn't say
Miami.
Jalen. See, y'all ready to jump on Hurts. He said
That's
we got
that's
the most penalties.
we got the most penalties.
Right.
We don't lead the league in turnovers. That's Miami now. Miami does. Um.
All right.
So
You sure it's not Dak? I
no,
mean, we
Dak
just watched that game last
he
night.
got one turnover. Believe it or not, he only has one turnover.
Oh,
Um. But
Oh, I
think
thought he
about it.
threw two interceptions
He did
yesterday.
right. He threw 2
He
picks
threw in two
yesterday.
interceptions. How he got one turnover?
Yeah.
You say he threw two. Jalen threw two last week, and he threw another one today, and he
Okay.
No,
had a
my
fumble.
question is, how do
So
you throw two interceptions and only have one turnover? That's my math. That
he
math
doesn't
ain't
lead. He
mathing.
doesn't lead the league. It is
All
Miami.
right.
And
Okay,
neither does
Miami.
Jalen. It's
Miami
all
leads the league in
tweets.
turnovers. It's not us. We could be. We're up there though. We're like number two and number three.
And we
Um,
lead in penalties. That's the problem.
That's
Yeah.
problematic. So we need to be better in all aspects of our offensive lineman and defensive lineman. We just need to be we need to concentrate. We need to refocus and really get down to the base, get back to the basics. Like AJ wasn't here and exposed a lot of stuff. Like Jahan Dawson had one catch for 6 yards. Like Dallas Goddard wasn't really doing anything. Instead of dancing, dude, you're not fast. Catch the ball, go upfield. Don't
Yeah.
dance. This catch the
Yeah.
ball, court field, get as many yards as possible. Let them drag your ass down. I don't understand that.
Look, here, all right, here goes. Somebody ready to jump off the shit. If one more person say they got to play better, look, fact check. Nobody gives up a TD in 39 something seconds, man. Look, they are pure D trash. I'm done for the year. I'm not going to throw this like last year. Then got to hear Nick Wright mouth, man. F Nick and Kellen Slay is dookie. I said it before the season. Bench him and play Rodgers. Yeah, somebody's mad. Man, and rightfully so, man. Now this is what we really going to see what this team is made of, because this is giving you a little bit of last year, right? When things start to fall apart, how this team is going to react to the adversity that they're going to face this week here. You know what I mean? And this is going to be a test to Nick Sirianni, because this is the same type of situations when you see something fall apart.
Mhm.
And it's not falling on, all the wheels are not off the wagon. Don't get me
Not
wrong,
even
but
close.
this is this is a
So
tough situation. So how are they going to handle it as a group? Are we going to start hearing more of the locker room discontent and stuff like that only after one loss? Are we going to
no,
start
I,
hearing
I
that? I
doubt it.
hope not.
They all played so crappy. They're probably going to bond together on this one. But breaking news. Da-da-da, da-da-da. uh, Darius Slay tweets out, "That's on me, Philly. I owe y'all one. Damn."
All right.
I gotta
I
go.
appreciate his accountability.
I love
It
y'all.
might be too soon.
I love y'all. I gotta
Too
go now.
soon?
I gotta go.
Too soon.
I gotta go now. Nope, I'm going. I see y'all Thursday. My words. I see y'all Thursday. Fly Eagles fly, regardless of the win or loss. You know I love Bird Game to the core, and you know they're gonna get this thing fixed. Either we like it or we don't. We didn't say we did. We already knew they're not going undefeated this year. There's going to be some difficult losses, and yes, this was a trap game. This was a setup game. Because last
Yeah.
week we saw Pittsburgh went off 6 field goals, and we said, "Oh, we can beat this team as long as we get some pressure." We knew we could win this game. We had this game in the bag. Like, and you know what? This is this is what the typical trap game is. But I gotta go.
All right. See you later. All right. All right. Let me see. Ted says Moore has to ride Saquon in this situation. Averaging 4.5 yards per carry. Run the freaking ball. That's what I say. Run the ball. Kiss my ass, Darius. Of course you owe us. Yeah, I think that was too. Yeah. He might have needed to wait till the morning for that. Yeah, because he did, man. He blew that. But not just him, though. It's not all on him. I mean, he gave up the touchdown, but look, how many yards, who fault was it before that? Before we got down to that?
It was
to the 12
everybody.
yards. Everybody.
Taylor made a bad decision. People wasn't running routes. Cam Jurgens.
Right.
Cam Jurgens.
Yes. Everybody made mistakes. Saquon dropping the ball.
Oh my
Kalen
God.
calling a pass play on 3rd and 3. Nick not going for the field goal. Everybody made mistakes, man. So I hope everybody does stay tight as a unit and realize, like, yo, this is a come to Jesus moment. Let's look in the mirror and see what the hell we doing. We have too much talent on this team
No,
to be
yeah,
performing
they
like
need
we're
to dig a
performing.
little bit deeper right now.
Right.
They're not performing like the
And
reports that
let's
were
stop
coming out of
saying
training
this.
camp. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm
I
just saying
mean,
they need to dig deeper.
yeah, definitely dig deeper, and let's just focus on that. Let's just focus on playing better. Let's not even. I'm not even going to discuss how much talent we have, because that stuff on paper means nothing if you don't see it on the field.
If you don't
So
execute,
if you don't execute, I don't even want to talk about the talent anymore. I just want to see the results of them playing at what they're capable of playing at what they're capable of playing to the level that they're capable of playing. Then we can start to talk about talent level. Until then,
mhm.
they're just a bunch of players on the field, and we got to see them be as great as we think they can be. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. I'm
Yeah,
not angry. I got a lot of time in the season left. It has humbled me now to shut my mouth because my team don't have my back. So I'm gonna just shut my mouth and let y'all get it together. And I'm just gonna follow. But I do enjoy this. It's actually wasn't a painful game because I thought we were gonna squeak out of
yeah.
this with a
No,
win.
it
It
was
wasn't as painful.
it was painful the way we lost because I just knew we were winning, and then I was just like, wait a minute, that 34 seconds went so fast. You know what I
And
mean?
that's and
And I'm sure Jalen's crushed. He was first of all, he started, once he got himself together, he was mad.
yeah,
Some penalties kept coming on. He's like, all right, I'm trying to get a rhythm, but every time we get a first down,
yeah. And
you get
Jalen
a
really
penalty.
willed us to that touchdown. Don't get that was him.
He
That
did.
was his
He
drive.
did.
I mean, those two
He put
run
a lot of
plays.
things on his back, and
Yeah,
he at least makes good if he makes a mistake. Our
right.
defense, I can't say the same thing about them. The O
Mm-mm,
line, like, come on, y'all. You can't
mm-mm.
have those penalties in those crucial moments. You have to play smarter.
Yep. Yes, you do. You got to play smarter. So everybody needs to take accountability. Wake up tomorrow and don't let this linger. We got a long season and we have to pick it up with a short turnaround because it's we're in live. The bullets are flying. We're in the middle of the war right now. You know what I mean? And there's no break maybe for a couple more weeks, and we don't get a break as we thought we might have been getting. Facing the New Orleans Saints because we now know that they're not last year's New Orleans
Mm-mm.
Saints. They are for
No,
real.
not
And even the
the
Tampa
Saints are
Bay
not
Bucks.
coming up. They're coming to.
They're coming to town. I mean, no, well, we're going to their
No, we're
town, but
going there, but they're not coming into this season lightly. They made a strong statement these last 2 weeks. So next week is not going to be easy. So we
not at
definitely, whoever
all.
said buckle up, buckle up.
All right, we're going to get out of here, man. Thank you guys for hanging up late with us, man. Thank you for all of those who watched the game with me. We were enjoying it until that last 30 seconds. I was already had them hyped up for the pregame. I'm like, I'm a laud the defense for holding them to 15 points, and then that happened. So thank you guys for joining us for the
We
play-by-play, for joining us for the pre-game and the post-game, and we will see you guys on Thursday in Eagles Talk upon further review after we take a look at this game, cry some more, and we'll come back and we'll all talk about it together on Thursday. I'm your man, Dark Knight, from my co-host, Nichelle and Pat. We'll see you guys on Thursday. We're out. Peace.